Don't look.
Oh.
Welcome back, Supercoach fans. I'm Jules, and I'm here with Zeebs.
And I'm Zeebs. I'm here with the Jules. And Jules is a bit animated today. Why, Jules?
Because we're going to be talking about some Collingwood football players.
And team in general, and Supercoach relevance, and the premiums, and the don't gets, and the best rookies. And
like and subscribe if you're new here.
Please like and subscribe if you're new here.
Because we love talking Supercoach, and we love talking football. So that's what we're going to be doing. Matty Zeebs.
Yes, Jules.
Biggest cab off the ranks, big Tommy Mitchell.
Why you reckon it?
We're talking about the ins and outs of Collingwood.
Oh.
He came into the club. Yeah, doofus!
All right, yeah, big time Mitchell.
Next day.
Sorry, we lost. We got rid of Ollie Henry. We got rid of Grundy. That was the worst one. Grundy, Ollie Henry out.
Grundy,
Ollie Henry out. We picked up Frampton. We picked up McStay. We picked up the best player in the AFL.
Bobby Hill.
That's the best player in the AFL. And John Mitchell. Not to mention all the other rookies that some good mature age players that we got in Joe Richards. Who else did we lose? Jaws. We lost, obviously, Oliver. Do you reckon that was a big loss for Collingwood?
Who? Ollie Henry. Not last year, it wasn't, because we had plenty of ready-made replacements, but I think he's going to be a very good player, so it will probably be a loss for us in a couple of years.
How'd you feel about the Gavin Brown's sons going down?
They weren't that good.
I
mean, it's sad to see legends of the club not make it, but Taylor Brown's now with the Crows. Nathan Brown is in God knows where.
Taylor Brown, yep. I don't know. Yeah, probably.
They're the guy now. We don't need them. We've got a great back line. This is just being biased. We've got a really
good back line, and we've got a really good coach.
Coach of the year. Congratulations to our good friend Darcy Moore, who's now the captain of the Magpies.
That's good. Well done, Darcy.
I personally think it should have been Tom Mitchell, but...
Oh, easily.
And
Sure, so easily. Of course it should have been Tom Mitchell. He hasn't even stepped foot in the club for 3 minutes. He should have got captain.
Let the man speak. He's the only Brownlow medalist there, so...
That's awesome. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's right.
All right.
Yeah. Step down. All right, George, number one, Premo.
Best Premo. The most expensive player in Supercoach for Collingwood. Tom Mitchell.
No way.
Yeah.
Is that for real?
Yeah.
Is that true?
I know some stats that might really arouse you.
Where's Chris?
Check now, guys. He's below him at 520.
What?
You don't believe me?
I do not. I'm checking. So my boy Tom Mitchell,
what Matty checks, tell you right now, Tommy Mitchell, best Premo for Collingwood. He's my best Premo. There's no other Premo I'd really want to consider in Collingwood unless that is Darcy Cameron, which is really arguable if he's a premium and he's injured. I mean, all that being said, he's probably going to
Speedy recovery, Darcy. We miss you, and hopefully you get back on the...
Yes, we love you, Darcy, and we love you tapping it down to Tommy. As you said to us privately that you would do heaps
I hope Tom Mitchell is now going to be hanging around with Mason Cox.
Nothing against you, Coxie. Nothing against you. We just like Decam because he's
I think there is something against Cox. I think it's the fact that he's 32 years old.
I don't even know. Like, if you're 32 years old, Coxie, yeah. I mean, we're going to have a problem, mate.
We're going to have a problem. But no, Tom Mitchell, 100%. I didn't even think about if he was the highest or not. I just know that he's going to be the biggest premium, and everyone who doesn't got him in should get him in. If you haven't seen my last team reveal with him having a message, Tom Mitchell. So he heard it first. I thought he was going to average 115. He's promised me 120. And all of our Supercoach Master community group. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do, and go back and watch that video because Tom Mitchell said it first on our channel.
Tommy
boy. He's going to get 120 average.
Tommy Mitchell. Now I'm surprised, is Tom Mitchell coming in today? Because I feel like this would have been a great time to get him back.
Tommy! No, he's not coming in. He's not coming in today.
That's okay. I didn't want to speak to Tommy anyway.
And yes, you did.
I did.
Especially with those new beautiful shirts, because
he would have thought it was
so good. By the way, you
look really good too. Now, Tom Mitchell,
without a doubt.
Some people don't have him in the team. Actually, a fair bit, or maybe 75% of super coaches actually don't.
That makes me angry.
It doesn't make me angry. I like a good POD, even though that's nowhere near POD status, but Tom Mitchell, is he a must-have? Am I talking to the wrong people here, guys? Because I kind of want some constructive feedback where it's like, yeah, 74, like every 3 out of 4 people think Tom Mitchell is not a good pick in Supercoach.
Well, let me just say this. He's the most picked Collingwood player.
Yeah, but there's not many. Collingwood spreads it quite evenly around the board, so that's no surprise there.
I hope.
If Chris was in the back line, at that price, I'd pick him. I would. I'd pick Chris because he's 520 and I think he's very underpriced. In the finals, he actually scored pretty well as well, which would have increased his price. I like Chris for that price. Obviously, he's not going to be a...
No, I think Tom Mitchell. Tom Mitchell. I don't know why. Maybe they're just looking at last year's stats and they think, oh no, a midfielder at 520,000. There's probably maybe two players that you might consider getting. Well, you should get, which is Tom Mitchell and maybe that Tom Green. But Tom Mitchell, that right from GWS.
Oh yeah, and what about LDU?
Sorry,
LDU. Chad Warner. Oh, these people have so many. Okay. All right.
Just Tom Mitchell, and that's really like so.
DCam. Now I want to talk about DCam for a bit, okay? Just a little bit because I love DCam. He sent us a video in. He's a good friend of the podcast. DCam. I'm gonna be straight with you, mate, buddy. You're not on my team. I know you're going to be fit for round one. I've heard this. Sidey has been talking about Mason Cox being in the ruck, practicing in the ruck. The last 5 games you played DCam, you averaged 78 points with Cox helping you out in the ruck.
I don't like that.
You had a pre-season injury, which I always thought the people I pick in Supercoach to have a straight run at a champ. I want them to be training all through the pre-season, not sitting there with their ice on their hammy and fucking, while other boys are burning up the track. I don't like it. I don't like it as much as I did anymore. I'm very turned off. He's not in my team anymore. DCam, I'm sorry, mate. I still love you as a guy. To guy.
I'm just gonna say,
Supercoach to guy. No.
Get better soon. I agree with Geordie. Like, I hope McRae doesn't share the ruck duties. Because we thought, he's number one ruckman, but look,
I think he was going to share it. Now he's just going to ramp up Cox in the ruck because who else do we have in there? Did we be a full-time ruckman?
No, but like I'm thinking, I hope Cox doesn't get games, and it's just going to be Cameron and McStay, and
that's the dream.
That's what I want.
But that's not what's going to happen.
But that's also yet to be seen too. Right now, Darcy, I think you were both in me and Geordie's teams when we did our team reveal, and Tom Mitchell even said it's going to be relying on you, Darcy. So.
Darcy Cameron, you are literally 7K away from a golden. And that is just all too tempting for someone who I think is going to have a breakout year, especially if you're not fit, especially if you're not playing, and especially if Mason Cox is going to take
some ruck duties.
Hit-outs from you.
Yeah. Get better.
And I really wanted some support in the ruck this year.
Cool, champ. There's always going to be... There's no one in the forward line at the moment that's even worthy for the ruck, is there? Anyway, we're not talking...
There's Luke Jackson, but...
We're talking about Collingwood, so... Yeah, that's...
I need to sneeze. Get better, Darcy Cameron.
All right. Who is the breakout for Collingwood? Darcy Cameron. Now, no, it's not. My breakout. I think it's time. It's Darcy Cameron. No, I think it's time for Quainer.
I got Quainer too.
Did you really?
He's very cheap. He's looking huge.
He's one of the, I think he's voted one of the most sexiest men in AFL.
Oh, that's news to me. It doesn't really help the Supercoach players out there, but...
Just in case, if you want a sexy team, literally and figuratively...
I got Clayton Oliver in my team.
Dane Swan said about Clayton Oliver.
I know what Dane Swan said.
He said, he goes, if Clayton Oliver wasn't a footballer, he'll still be a virgin. That's how ugly Dane Swan thinks Clayton Oliver
I'm sure there's someone just equally... Anyway, I think Clayton Oliver has a lot of beauty.
On the ground.
Look, champ, he's probably watching this at home with Took Miller. So
they're not friends.
You don't know. You don't know who's friends with. I like him. I like Petrarca, and I want these boys to eventually come on the podcast. So fucking be nice to Clary.
All right, Clary, we love you.
I reckon, Clary, if you chucked one of these polos, mate,
you look so good. You got all the puss in the world. Did you just say puss on? Yeah,
all right, whatever. Now, yeah, I've got Quainer too.
All right, Quainer, I think...
He's beefed up. He's at least 2 sizes big. He looks like 2 Quainers have fused together.
He looks like, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, and he's actually cheaper than he was last year.
Well, hopefully he has a big breakout year. I think he's a run with roll and does get those little spurts, but he needs to get a lot more of it and just do
he needs to be our rebounding defender. He needs to be the one to take the ball outside 50, but Dacos is doing it.
Look, if you ever see Dacos, he doesn't care where the play is.
Our second cousin.
Yeah, our second cousin. He just wants the ball Josh, all the time. Oh, Josh gets it. He's on the wing doing that, but... anyway,
enough about that.
Quainer, big sexy Quainer is beefed up double. I'll think if anyone's going to have a breakout, it would potentially be him to jump up his average, to jump up his possessions, to jump up his that back pocket role.
Yep. I like it. I like a good quainer.
Because he's probably the mid-youngest in the group. He's not the youngest, but like in the maturity out of the back line because we got the main.
He's got a lot of upside.
Yeah, he's got a lot of upside.
Definitely not Noble, and I really hope you don't.
I need Noble out of the team.
No, Noble, I don't like you.
Me either. Man, you and Bianca. Oh, man,
you and Bianca. I'd fucking tell you.
I'll fucking tell you now.
I don't mind Bianca.
Number 8, number 9. Get out.
I'm gonna go off the record and say I don't mind Bianca.
I don't like Bianca.
He's good.
Nah, Bianco and Noble need to get dropped.
Nah, Noble. Just Noble, not Bianco.
Oh, Noble for sure.
Bianco has only had like 1 year.
I want Frampton in and stop going on the tall forwards and do that intercept marking that you used to. You're not good on any tall forward.
Don't touch.
Any tall forward.
Don't touch now, champ. I'm going to say my don't touch.
It's Jeremy Howe, isn't it?
No, it's actually still side button. It was an easy one because no one should be touching steel side bottom, so I got a secondary don't touch just in case that was like too obvious for you guys. Steel side bottom, his role is cooked. He's not going to be the player he was anymore.
Okay.
You can agree to that?
He's an old man and I still like him. He still plays footy and he's so smart.
He is smart, but he's an old man. But Supercoach relevant? Don't touch.
Oh, no. As far as
don't touch. Don't touch. I love you, Steel, but we're not going to be picking you in our team.
He's burnt me a lot of sports bets. Sports bet, if you want to reach out to us, we'll get you on here too. But he's burnt
sports bet. I got some room right here for you, baby.
Sports bet, baby. But no, with those 20 plus disposals, he used to average 20 plus easy.
Yes,
and he's burnt me so many times when I just get, we'll do a certainty one with Steel getting 20. He just doesn't get them anymore. Does he, George?
Champ, let's just
trust me, he doesn't.
Now, my next don't touch.
Yep.
Controversially, Taylor Adams.
He's been burning up the track.
He can burn up the track, but until I see that hamstring in one piece, I want fucking CT scans, I want fucking extra, I want everything.
Him and Tom Mitchell, by the way, have been burning up the track.
He's a don't touch because there is no way known to man on earth
400,000
that he is going to play 22 games. Now, if you want to pay 440,000 or whatever he's worth, for him to pay your 13 games or your 15 games, go for it. But in Supercoach, we're going to be paying for people that want to play all the games.
The good news is, George.
Don't touch him!
There's listening to you, there's only
don't touch
There's only 0.6% of people that have picked him.
Oh, well, no, don't touch him, guys. Come on, let's just try and win.
Trying to win. All right, don't touch him. My don't touch, controversially, Mr. Jordan DeGoey. Mr. Jordan DeGoey.
Maybe he gets DPP.
Mr. Jordan, he had DPP last year, we didn't get him.
I know, but you would think about it once or twice.
Oh, man, look, you're one of the...
Is it because of his off-field discretions?
It's the off-field discretions. It's, like, I saw a photo of him on a boat.
This doesn't surprise me.
Like, literally,
Like I saw, didn't we see pictures and videos of him grabbing tits and stuff like that?
I think that was Dusty.
No, that was him. He was doing it in Bali or something, and the girl came out saying, it's fine, I let him do it.
Yeah.
And...
Well, we all love grabbing. Anyway. We can't blame him for that.
We all love grabbing a Supercoach bargain.
Yeah, that's right. Well, look, mine's don't go as far as Supercoach goes. Like, you can either have 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 games, or you can have 2 out of 10 games. And the inconsistency there is just way off, not to mention the off and on-field discretions. And, is he worth what he's worth? Probably, because he's got that X factor, and he can. And how many times has he won us games off the boot of his own?
But he hasn't won us any Supercoach games, and that's what we're here for.
We're here for Supercoach. So DeGoey, the big market superstar that he is, and fan favourite that he is, and he reminds us of us, just one of the boys, type of the lads. But you can't pick like that when it comes to Supercoach points, because you might love us, but you wouldn't want to get us in Supercoach. But just like DeGoey. Geordie's covered in tats just like DeGoey, and Geordie, just can't kick a goal. Anyway.
I have a match winner. Now,
but you are sexy with that top one, definitely.
Thank you, champ.
He's a match winner.
So are you, brother.
So mine, George, you agree with that? Don't touch DeGoey?
Yeah, I want to start with him.
Yeah, okay. George, what's your rookie?
I got 2 rookies because it's to make up for the lack of good rookies.
Yes, I thought so. Go on.
I have Finlay McRae because he, obviously, if no one knows, everyone should know, last 8 games, he averaged like 120 Supercoach in the VFL, and he's been producing McRae-esque like numbers in the VFL.
That's his brother, by the way.
If he can replicate that on some sort of AFL level, he's going to be amazing. I don't think he has the talent that Jack has, but I think he's definitely a rookie. If he doesn't get vested and he plays 22 games and he's he'll be a great rookie watch.
I think we should reach out to Jackson McRae and just ask him, does he want to play with his brother next year?
Which McRae? So we give them Finley.
No, they come to Collingwood and you can play with your brother.
Champ, he'll be like 50 by then.
Champ will be...
Isn't he like 49?
He's 29 next year.
Anyway, I've got another one.
Go on.
Will Kelly.
Okay. Yep, another father-son pick.
I like Will Kelly because when he did play, not last year, year before, I actually thought he was a really good player.
Isn't his dad the president now? Look, Craig Kelly, what's he doing now? Isn't he something? Wasn't there some?
You'd be expecting some Will Kelly games.
Yeah, especially.
Surely, if I was and my son was in the football team, I'll be firing everyone that's saying that he's not ready for AFL.
He's captain. He's getting Brownlow votes.
You know what, Mitchell, DCam, I know you guys hang out at home. If you just get your phone, text Kelly, say, hey, man, what's going on? Just pretend he's one of the boys.
Pretend because he's one of the boys.
Okay, fine. Let's Will Kelly.
Yeah. All right, well, Will Kelly. No, all right, we'll see. Okay, cool. My rookie, George, is Joe Richards. Joe Richards is the mature age player.
I heard about this young man.
Big boy, big busting midfielder, really training down the track, and they picked him up for pretty much nothing, and they rate him high. So I think Joe Richards is in a bit of teams too. So some people do know about it. Joe Richards is the third most picked Collingwood player.
Will he get a game? I think he's in the boat with the other boys.
Well, look, he's got that Ed Langdon thing about him. Remember when Ed Langdon was the mature age player, came to Collingwood, and we didn't even hear about him, and he played for Collingwood in the back line, and just like he's got that. I feel.
Ed Langdon? Oh, yes.
Where
did he go?
He's not in Collingwood anymore. I think he just got delisted.
So he's going to get delisted.
He might get delisted later on down the track.
I like Langdon.
Yeah, he was not bad. But we just had too much of the similar down that role. But anyway, I think he got injured, and that's why it was just enough. He retired. But Joe Richards, big body midfielder forward. If he does get a game, which he's going to do everything he can to impress everyone there, and he's been doing a really good job so far.
Maybe when to go, he gets suspended.
Well, just so you know, like he is in 12.3%.
I know. Everyone wants
people
that.
Do know about him slightly.
But they don't know if he's going to get a game.
No one knows if they're going to get a game, but we didn't even know if anyone's going to get a game round one, so we're going to have to wait for that.
But these are the rookies that are the best at the team. Best rookies at Collingwood. Now, champ, I know how fucking biased you are. Where is Magpies on your ladder?
I was 8th.
I got them 9th.
Yeah, I feel that we're going to be fighting.
But don't you think the inclusions of like Tom Mitchell and all that will push us?
No, I think we overachieved to the point where it was the best seed. Even though we didn't win that, we were one point away from a grand final.
Oh, that was such a good game.
1 point away from a grand final when the year before we were second last. Like, what an achievement.
What a great year that was to watch.
Man.
I remember watching so many games at work and we got the laptop out. And
how good was it?
And I'm just thinking, what the fuck am I watching right now?
Like, we're just being shined on. Like, I don't know if you could, like, you can't say luck if you're doing it 10, 15 times, 10, 11 times in a row and winning a point. But I can't see that literally made history. It was a record of how many games won within 5 or whatever, 12 points it was. I think we definitely overachieved. I think we're going to be hanging around the 8th, 9th, 10th position, probably fighting with Carlton.
Essendon.
No, I would say Essendon, probably Fremantle, Western Bulldogs, like these type of teams. And it's just going to...
Bulldogs,
yeah, you know what I mean? So I think it's going to be around...
I think it's going to be a bit of a slog for us. I think making finals is a huge win this year if Collingwood would do that. But Grundy going really makes me sad.
It makes me sad, but you know what?
Grundy, we still love you here, mate. We I don't know what you heard.
But as a Collingwood supporter, we didn't use him.
I didn't care.
You know what that's like, George? That's just like having...
We didn't use him because he was injured.
It's just like having... I know, and we still was 1 point away from a grand final. It's like having Laird on your bench and you kept it there since round 7. Like Laird, you leave him on your Supercoach bench and you didn't play him for the whole year.
You've got to get Laird back in after I trade him out.
But that's my point, is we didn't trade out Grundy's $1 million contract. We actually had $1 million on the bench for the whole year.
Yeah, but because he was injured, you can't help
That's right, I know. I'm just saying, look, that's how good we did without him.
Yeah, no, but Grundy, you're right. You're moving around a lot. Just stay fucking still.
Just don't touch the top. It's very nice. It's very expensive.
If you finish second place in our league, you can get this top.
Oh yeah.
You can look as good as this guy over here.
Even have a request if you want this before the trophy. You just say it.
Yeah, it's going to cost you about $400.
Yeah, see how we go. But anyway, Collingwood. No, I'm not that biased. I'm a realist. I don't think.
So you got him in the 8.
Not by much. Like that was
Yeah.
because like where did I have Carl? I had Carlton 10th.
Wouldn't be surprised if Carlton's above Collingwood this year. I
think we're going to fight it out. It'll be. I think our run, and I think based what you said with our extra inclusions in Tom Mitchell and McStay, which was sorely needed, and hopefully we get a tall backman that's going to get Howe off.
We need Darcy Cameron to have such a big year, because if Mason Cox is rocking all year, I do not like our chances.
Yeah, I agree. So that's my wrap up for Collingwood.
That is
Eighth of the ladder, Tom Mitchell for Brownlow, and we'll see how we go.
All right, guys.
So, is there anything else to add?
No.
Next one is going to be the Bombers.
Go Bombers.
Go Bombers. Like and subscribe if you haven't already to see the Bombers.
See you on the next one, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you're tuning in this much on a Collingwood podcast, you're not a Collingwood supporter. Love ya.